This is a year-round anonymous survey of The Athletic. Among the 136 people who visited, Cunningham, Hute, and Bauer were selected as the most underestimated players. The underestimated is that they are very strong in themselves, but they do not get the appropriate attention, or the honor that does not match their strength. And how many players can appear in this list, to get the attention of others, cannot be completely underestimated. I think Cece has been very good at confronting his talent in the last season. He also got the honor he deserved, and Bauer also played the best performance in his career. As for Hute, I think he is a player who is far beyond the data of the court. In this video, I will mention 5 players who are underestimated in this list. Considering the team's tactical position and other situations, their season data is not of much reference value. I am more of an explanation of their game language, their contribution to the team, and the theoretical angle of what level of players they belong to. I hope everyone will like and forward first. Your support is very important to my creation. Kessler is a very practical new generation midfielder. He has excellent defensive ability, so he is not at a disadvantage for the midfielders, and he also has a good defensive habit. He is a player who is extremely intelligent at the defensive end. He also has good judgmental ability, while maintaining a good defensive habit. He is not only using his height of 213 centimeters as a defensive barrier, but by accurately choosing the right position at the right time, achieving effective accuracy. Similar to Gobert, he is also afraid of small backspin. He is also good at attacking with a speed and a ball-holding hand. But then again, in the face of this level of attacker, a midfielder who is more than 2.1 meters tall, he will be nicknamed as the exception. Kessler is a very good defender. He is not only good at defending the rebound, but he is also good at attacking the rebound. He is definitely not a jump man. He has a very good sense of position, and he is not a brain that hits the opponent hard. He is predictable. Strength, figure, and prediction make him the first in the 4.6 pre-field rebound league. How terrible is that? Kessler and Azu are ranked second in the 3.8 pre-field rebound league, and Kessler is also the second in the outside of the league. He is a master of cover. The number of goals in the basket is 71% crazy. If you look at Kessler from the traditional midfielder's point of view, you will definitely treat him as a treasure. And in modern basketball, he is more likely to win the game with a team like Don Keeksey and Trae Young. Since he is good at defending, he is good at rebounding, and he has a very strong ability to eat cakes. Why is he underestimated? On the one hand, more people in modern basketball pay attention to the inside line with spatial attributes. I also hope that the defensive end of the inside line player can also maintain excellent mobility. Kessler is generally closer to the type of Goebbels. It is a traditional interception of the defense. When Goebbels is also discussed, the value of defense is underestimated. It is not the type of player who is more popular in the current era. In addition, it is the record of the best players, especially their bad attitude and lack of overall system. Kessler's defense value cannot be maximized, not to mention that the best player is the team with the highest. Kessler's serious work attitude and this team are not bad. I think Kessler has the potential to enter the national team. At the moment, he is a good choice. In the final round of the national team, Kessler is the best choice. This is a SIGU point for Kessler. In the 100th place in the ESPN ranking, Kessler ranks 56th, higher than the other underestimated player. Sags from Magic is also higher. Everyone is also starting to understand Kessler's value. Kessler is not a simple blue-collar midfielder. He is not an exclusive meat shield. For Kessler to play the important defensive value, Kessler has many tactical functions just like the European midfielder. Kessler has many tactical functions just like the European midfielder. Kessler is a meat shield for the defensive side. He also has the ability to quickly take the position. And at the same time, he faces the position of the ladder. Is also not too strong in the same size. Harten's sharpness is very good to know his height of 213 cm and 113 kilograms of weight. Harten is also a player with good prediction ability and good rebound ability. Of course, these two are not as good as the younger Kessler, but the Harten team is a little better. His catching ability for attacking players is better than Kessler's, and it may be a more experienced player, or the characteristics of European players. They are not simply thin. Even if they have a body-shaped inner line, they also have a good reading ability of the court, and the attack end of Harten is a multifaceted player. He has a very good shot and throw head. Combined with his 219 centimeters close to the wall is unable to defend. Of course, his throw head is to establish a smooth rhythm after catching the ball. And it is not a back-to-back that can come to an opportunity through the control. In addition, Harten has a small side effect. He is the player who knows the most about breaking the defense between Letang Xinjiang and Caruso. Another advantage is that Harten is a player who can make the ball-holding attacker play more comfortably. Harten does not have an outside shot. But he is not a player who can make the ball-holding attacker play more comfortably. It is not a player who can make the ball-holding attacker play more comfortably. He is a space-type player, and I can't say that he is completely out of space. His cover quality is very good, and the chance to play after covering is also a good advantage. Harten is not a player who runs around. He is looking for the right route through observation. And Harten is very stable. He won't have any explosive performance. But he can almost complete his own indoor game every night. One thing can be repeated, and the same completion rate can be reached every time. It is also another kind of great. But Letang's lineup is really too strong. New and Young. The defender of the goalkeeper. Duarte and the defender. Caruso. Let Harten. Did not get more attention. I think Harten is a good team to choose from. The middle-level strong team is looking forward to becoming a third-in-command player. I have always admired Nembhard. He is a very smart, very good at control of mistakes. His way of playing is too much for the team. And it makes people ignore him. In fact, he has the ability to brush the data. At least if he is willing. It is possible to brush a 20+8 on a weak ball. And in the team, there is also the existence of the brain of Harry. Who is the best in the team? Nembhard's work is very messy. Sometimes he will be a striker. Sometimes he also needs to take on the work of the organization. And he also needs to make a contribution at the ball-free end. And at the defensive end. He is a very good defensive defender. His defensive performance is also seriously underestimated. He does not have a strong physical talent. In terms of size, he will not be a priority for non-defensive players. He has a calm and solid defensive basic skill. He is in the top of the technical defensive line. He does not have the kind of shocking defensive performance that makes you feel shocked. But it is worth learning from every outside defender. Just use his defense SGA as an example. Keep patience. Keep the focus on the field. And be determined not to execute the advanced deployment of the team. These things seem to be rare. In fact, not many players can have the same execution as Nembhard. Due to Harry's injury in the new season, he must bear more responsibility. ESPN put Nembhard in the 81st place. This ranking is definitely unreasonable. I think Nembhard's strength can be the first striker in a rotten team. Or he can be the top 3 in the strong team. And he can also be the best striker in the real team. As for whether he can be selected as a full-fledged star, it seems that the top line is the level of a full-fledged star. Whether it's the season report or the midfielder ranking of the season. I don't have any other words of praise for Azu. Azu's progress in the last season is noteworthy. But I think his respect for him is still not enough. Now Azu has become the defensive core of a strong team. In the past, the image of being trained by the military has turned into a rear guard who wants to make a name for himself in the last season. Azu's foot has become more flexible. And his defensive choice, especially the distance control between speed players, is very good. That is to say, Azu is a player with a lot of skill. What we see is not only that he overcame the yellow hand, but also that he is a player with a lot of skill. He is a player with a lot of skill. And his ability to read the game is also improving in all directions. It's a pity that such Azu did not choose the best lineup. But I will discuss it with Harden and Kaka. The three of them are the foundation of the fast ship now. Kaka is the top line that everyone imagines. Harden is the basic plate of the regular game and the offensive end. And Azu is the pillar of the defensive end, which is also a very important part of the offensive end. In addition, although Mobley won the DPOI, his defense is also very strong. I don't think he can be compared to the previous domestic DPOIs. Especially in fact, there is Allen on the inside line. Allen is a very important defender who is underestimated. And in Azu, his mobility is not as good as Mobley's. But he has to stick to more content than Mobley in the entire defensive part. Now Azu is a player with the level of a superstar. If the fast ship of the last season can have the opportunity to choose two superstars, in theory, it is Harden, Bauer, and Azu. And I will choose Harden and Azu to build the basic face of the fast ship in one attack and one defense. Regarding Trae Young, I believe many people will hold the opposite vote. Some people think he is a data brush. Some people think he is a huge defense loophole. Some people will say that his offensive efficiency is low and unacceptable. In addition, I think the defense problem and it is also true to teach offense, but I still think that Trae Young is a seriously underestimated player. Trae Young's offensive development ability is enough to cover his defensive end and other defects. Or to say my conclusion first, if it is a goal that is not used as a goal, but just wants to sell tickets and want the team to maintain the level at the end of the season, then Trae Young is definitely a good choice. He can take the money on the spot so that the existing players of the team can also get comfortable offensive opportunities and eliminate his global ability. He is a player who has to face a strong package every night. That is to say, other teammates can often enjoy more or less opportunities. Trae Young's global ability is also underestimated. His global technique is very good, and he can always find a sharp global angle and have the right time to grasp it. It should be known that he is an official 185 centimeters tall, actually no short-sleeved back. He wants to create a global opportunity directly, which is much more difficult than other back players. As a long-distance player, it is inevitable that his mistakes are extremely high. I think this is acceptable. A long-term player with a special defensive treatment can have close to 12 assists and 4.7 mistakes. It is also true that Trae Young is a very good player. It is normal, especially in the last season of Lao Ying, not in a stable state of a player in the correct lineup. Lao Ying's pure strength is also the same as the whole season of the mountain bike. The last game of the second half of the game, Lao Ying may be the second stage of the entire season. And Trae Young has this team to achieve the 5th win of the league. Of course, Trae Young's defensive issues must exist. He is very active and tries his best not to take off his legs. But this is impossible. However, with him at the offensive end, you can rest assured that he will make the win group into a free wild horse running on the pitch. Our New York mayor is not only underestimated, but also criticized. The most disrespected player in the NBA, and he has become the most unique anti-fans in the NBA. In addition to the above 5, there are many underestimated players in the NBA, including TJ McConnell, Conley, Holiday, Afudia, OG, Arno, Nabi, Lyde, Ben, and so on. About the underestimated second place, I will make an independent player report to analyze the content of the game. If you are interested, remember to pay attention first. Brothers, this is this video. The video is not easy to create. I hope you can pay attention and like it.